Boys and girls, ladies and gentlemen, children of all ages. Although we do quite often roast things around this channel all the time, it's always so nice and refreshing when you can actually talk positive about a company out there, especially a video game company out there that's doing the right thing, that's listening to their fan base out there, that's listening to their players and responding properly and giving the customers what they want. And at the end of the day, this is what makes a company successful. Unlike all of the rest of these complete and total psychopaths out there that have had to completely and totally ignore their fan base out there, the first Descendant, ladies and gentlemen, is absolutely listening to its fan base. And with the latest addition to this game out there, I think you're going to absolutely love it when you see it. And shout out to Nexon for keeping an eye on what their players actually want and giving it to them, because boys and girls, this new skin is spicy, and I think every single person out there is going to absolutely love it. And at the end of the day, like I said, I'm happy to come to you and report on a company positively, a gaming company out there that's actually listening to its fan base, it's actually listening to its audience and giving the players what they want, because these are the kind of companies that deserve to be praised. These are the kind of companies that deserve to be talked about. And it's one of them situations where I haven't even played the first Descendant though, but one of my followers out there, Sadix, absolutely loves this game, and because it's free to play, that is another beautiful and very smart decision on this company's group out there, and I love to see it. So praise for Nexon today, boys and girls. That's exactly what we're going to talk about here today. We're going to show you off this new skin and see if it also entices you to get in there and play to a game right there and support a company that is absolutely listening to its fan base out there and giving the people exactly what they want. But before we do, if you do enjoy our content, hit that like button, share with all your friends, and subscribe or follow if you have not already, boys and girls, because we are grinding, we are growing, and I could not do that without every single one of you. Also, leave us a comment in the section down below. Does this intrigue you to get this game? Are you a first Descendant player already and you absolutely love that Nexon is coming out there and supporting you and giving you exactly what you want? Let us know what you think about all that in the comment section down below. And if you'd like to support this channel, please check out the links in the descriptions as well. All right, from Nicolo Patrick over at Bounding into Comics. Nexon answers the first Descendant's fan demand, adds Tails free option to Twisted Worship skin. Well, there you go, boys and girls. I don't know what can entice you more to play a game. That certainly looks like it. And wait till you see the new backside. In delivering on one of their players' base's most asked for demands, Nexon is bringing a new cosmetic option to the first Descendant's fan-favorite Twisted Worship skin. Good on you, buddy. Good on you, Nicola. That was a good one. That was a good one. You know what? Here you go. Asked for. You deserved it. You deserved it. Let's face it, the first Descendant is nowhere near that one who'd consider an original game, as it takes far too much from such other looter shooters as Destiny 2 and Warframe. However, despite its somewhat copycat nature, the Nexon developed title has enough uniqueness at its core to have pulled in a peak concurrent player count of around 265,000. Well, I'd say that's a pretty solid number, especially considering some of the disastrous dumpster fires we've seen over the last year now, isn't it? If anything, I would say that qualifies as a success for a game. And though the player count has since dipped, the first Descendant still thrives thanks to its sexy character designs and likewise skins, both of which have become a hallmark of the game's identity. As you can see here, Ultimate Glay. Yeah, I'd say that's very nice. I mean, come on, robot legs or not, you still would, don't lie. Despite their high price, players are spending real-world money on in-game cosmetics for the sci-fi shooter with no questions asked, with some of the most popular skins including swimsuits and risque ultimate skins. Dun dun dun. The latter of which push the boundaries of in-game attire. Oh, so they're often revealing. And continuing to cater to the demands of their player base, as any company should, as part of an October 30th update to the game, Nexon will introduce a Tails-free version of the Twisted Worship skin named the Twisted Worship SE, which when equipped removes the two straps of leather, or tails, that the original costume used to hide given a character's behind. All right, boys and girls, are you ready? Brace yourselves, because there you go. go. Check out the new Twisted Worship SE version. And just because I'm a kind and generous YouTuber out there and Rumbler, look at that in all of its beautiful glory, ladies and gentlemen. Yes, indeed, they are giving the fans exactly what they have demanded, ladies and gentlemen. And that I definitely would qualify as a risque costume inside of the video game world, boys and girls. Yeah, just a little bit. I mean, that doesn't really leave much to the imagination, front or back. Now does it? Now does it? So we have removed the tail from the original Twisted Worship skin, and this update will go live on Wednesday, October 30th. Explained Nexon on the new cosmetic option. Descendants who have already purchased the original set will receive the SE version soon via their in-game mailbox as an additional item. So if you've already purchased the skin, you're going to get the new update as well. That's how much they are trying to give their fans exactly what they want. They're not even going to make you purchase this as a new skin. They could try. They could nickel and dime you for this, and I'm sure a lot of you out there would go and buy this wholeheartedly, but they're not even going to do that. If you've already got the skin, look, we're giving you the changes you asked, and we're not going to charge you anything for it. That's great. I love that. While those purchasing it for the first time will get both the original and SE versions after this week's update. Literally 2 skins for the price of 1. Obviously with just a minor, or maybe major modification, but still at the exact same time. I think that's cool. I like that a lot. So those who are just opting for the sci-fi nun-inspired all-female skin will get both versions of the Twisted Worship following the update rollout on October 30th. For players looking to secure the sci-fi, nun-inspired attire, obviously, the Twisted Worship skin will set them back 750 caliber, a premium currency that can be bought in bundles with real money. Then you see the price listing here, so basically it probably cost you about 15 bucks. About 15 bucks if it's 750, right? About 15 bucks is what it would end up costing you out there. Still, hey, if it's your kind of thing to buy this kind of stuff, if you believe it's worth it, by all means, it's your money. Spend it the way you want. Spend it the way you want. Nexon is one of the rare developers that listens to their community, at least when it comes to skins. As such, updating their cosmetic offerings to match fans' bold tastes, you bunch of little perverts, has not only led them to secure a loyal fan base, but also resulted in players meeting such updates with outright joy. For example, the moment the news regarding the Twisted Worship update went live on the first Descendants official trailer, Twitter, fans were quick to express their excitement. Thank you for listening to the feedback. It looks so much better and cuter, says Haley. Aw, look at that. Even the girls want to show off the asses. Ain't you gotta love it? Aren't those the kind of ladies we all love, boys and girls? Sven says, can't wait to see my Haley without the tail. There you go. And Aaron Adams says here, devs that actually listen to their customers. How refreshing. We'll be picking this up now. That's what I'm talking about. That's the kind of goodwill that smart video game developers and companies out there can get with their fan bases, with their players, because this kind of positive interaction, this kind of positive response to your fan base, in an era where we see nothing but companies out there trying to discredit and ignore and insult their customers out there, seeing something like this garners goodwill and will bring you in new customers. That's how it works. Admittedly, this Tail Freeze update is more than just pleasing the existing player base, also exists to entice other players, both old and new, into the game, and clearly is working. That said, it seems like Nexon's strategy is working, as more and more players every day are jumping into this fight against the Vulgus thanks to the first Descendant's great character design. And if the Korean developer, boy, they're doing a good job down there, can listen to fan feedback regarding gameplay changes and overall balance, it might even have a shot at rocketing its player count back into the hundreds of thousands. And I think that's what you got to do. That's what you got to do. Listen to your fan base. Listen to your players out there, because I know it's such a strange concept in the modern era to think of, oh yeah, the customer is always right. Maybe we should listen to the people that are actually spending money and giving us money so we can keep working and so we can keep making games, instead of this small minority community out there that screams and hollers about diversity, inclusion, and equity and all of that other kind of nonsense, who, guess what? Don't buy games. Don't buy merch. Don't buy any of that kind of stuff. All they do is spend their lives perpetually online screaming and looking for things to get it offended by. And I'm sure there's plenty of them out there melting down right now that this company out there, that this Neon company out, the Nexon company out there, went out there and actually listened to their fan base and gave them exactly what they wanted. That is what you do to be successful. Trust me, the Sonys and the Ubisofts and all of the rest of those companies out there could learn a lesson from Nexon out here, because First Descendant is clearly working out very, very well. And if they give them some of the balancing options and some of that kind of stuff, you might even draw a lot more of the hardcore, just kind of PvE looter shooter fans back in, especially with enticing skins like this, because I know, strange concept in the modern era, it took like the Hollywood Reporter or a writer over there from Variety to talk about the success of one of the most recent games out there, for simply them to state the obvious that goes, hey, guess what? Sex sells. So yeah, of course Stellar Blade was a success because it's got hot chicks in it with really hot outfits. And guess what? The exact same thing shows true for Descendant as well. They have given gamers exactly what they want. They know that beautiful and sexy sells because it's always been the exact same truth going back to time immemorial, ladies and gentlemen. This is exactly what people want. This is exactly what audiences do. And normally I try to cut myself off for my little outro here, but because I know most of you actually came here to check out this video and see this skin out here in its full glory out there, this is what I'm going to give you my final thoughts on this one. Nexon, good job out there. You are making your fan base happy and you are getting exactly what you deserve. And it is so refreshing. It is so nice to make a video out there praising a company that is actually doing the right thing, because at the end of the day, if you make your fans happy, we will make you rich. And if you don't listen to us and you ignore us, you will end up like Concord and you will end up like Ubisoft. So Nexon, congratulations. You've gotten everything you've deserved. Keep it up. Keep the good work up. Keep making your fan base happy. And at the end of the day, you will continue to be successful and we won't have to roast you like everybody else. You will be actually the king on top of the whole situation out there after everyone else burns themselves out, because at the end of the day, everyone will get exactly what they deserve.